Hi Vicky, it's great to have you join us today.
Thanks, Ruth. It's a pleasure to be here.
So why did you decide to study chemistry?
I love chemistry. I start going and talking at schools and things like this, and it's really funny because I know that my eyes just light up. So the reason why I actually went and did a Bachelor of Science in Chemistry is it's just simply because I enjoyed doing it at school. There was no career planning as far as that. In some ways it was a choice of economics or chemistry. Quite different, but I'm pretty happy that I took on chemistry because I just enjoy doing things. And I actually said to someone once, a group of kids, there's nothing more exciting than doing something that no one else has ever done before.
Yeah, brand new stuff.
And
if you're going through a degree that's 3 or 4 years, it's worth doing something you enjoy, right?
Absolutely. Certainly doing a degree is a 3-year, I guess you get to have the opportunity to experience different types of subjects and the like. But if you're going then to go on further to do honours or a PhD, those extra few years, it's a long while to do something that you don't enjoy at all. But the best thing about chemistry, I think, is that it's such an enabling science, and it just opens up so many opportunities.
So what is your position at the moment?
So I'm the General Manager of Engineers Australia in Tasmania. So we are the Professional Association for Engineers. So, the equivalent of the RACI in the chemistry world. What I get to do, I have 1,400 members that I look after in Tasmania. The organisation itself is over 100,000, so it's quite a big organisation. My member group includes students through to retired engineers. I think it was nice. I heard the other day they were called aspiring to retiring engineers, which is quite nice. And they're based all around Tasmania. Do any type of engineering, so I get to do a lot of interesting things with those people. The main reason for my role is to help to achieve the organisation's purpose, and that is to advance the science and practice of engineering for the community. So I do a lot around in the voice piece, so I do a lot of advocacy on behalf of the profession, talking with government and politicians, but then also talking about knowledge, keeping our engineers current and competent for the benefit and the safety of the community. So a lot around professional development, working with employers as well as members.
You go into schools too, right?
Yeah, so another part of that is actually making sure that we have the pipeline of engineers. While we have, it's the same kind of thing with a lot of Tasmanian and Australian population. We have a large number of people who are about to retire in the next 15 years. So we need to make sure that for Australia to be an innovative country and to maintain that innovative advantage, we need to make sure that the pipeline of scientists and engineers are coming through. So I get to go to schools, encourage. I really love talking to students about science and the fun of science, engineering, and especially getting women into those subjects.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's quite a diverse role. What do you enjoy most about it?
I think the thing that I enjoy most about it is just the different type of people that you meet, and no day is the same, which is really good. And it's quite, I guess the challenge of it all as well is because you just have to be on top of so many different things, which keeps you quite active, which really then really does start to tweak my interest in that critical thinking and problem solving in that respect.
Yeah, absolutely. So how did chemistry help you get into an engineering position?
So I'm going to say at the front, I'm not an engineer. So I must be very careful on that. I am not an engineer. So I guess the reason why chemistry has played a role in the way where I am now and who I am is around those skills that you gain as a scientist. It's the critical thinking. It's taking a problem, looking for a solution, and thinking about that if it's applicable, if it's real, if it's sensible. When you go into industry, is it scalable? All this kind of stuff. So you're actually not just thinking about one thing; you're thinking about a system, and that's what I absolutely love doing is systems thinking. But certainly all of those kinds of skills that you develop is what employers are looking for across the board. So it's around that critical thinking, the problem solving, stakeholder engagement, teamwork, and all those kinds of things. And they're the skills that you do build up as being a scientist and throughout both your qualifications and your career.
Absolutely. So what advice would you give to people who wanted to enter your kind of career area?
So my kind of career area, look, it's really an interesting one, because often you see managers and the like are more accountants and whatever else. However, an interesting stat that we always throw around is that in the ASX 100, 35 of those companies are run by engineers and scientists. So, there's certainly a lot of opportunities for scientists and engineers to get into those high-level executive positions. The most important thing I would say to people is always look for the learning opportunities. You're a lifelong learner. You'll never get anywhere unless you are always willing to learn something new. And it doesn't matter where you want to be. Wherever you want to be is fine for you, but take the opportunities to develop new skills, get outside your comfort zone every now and then, and while it is scary at times, it's well worth it. So have a go, and just see what you can learn out of every experience.
Great. And how has the RACI been useful to you?
So I've been actively involved in the RACI for, it's probably 17 years, 18 years now. It makes me feel old. No, but it's been really good, because it comes back to, education is not the only part of you, and employers are looking for well-rounded people. And what I found was the RACI was able to give me some of that exposure to becoming a well-rounded person. I guess when I first came to Tasmania and started getting actively involved in the RACI, being on the branch committee, I was able to start developing your project management skills, leadership skills and the like, and then going on through to the RACI assembly and onto the board in the end. And I guess the big thing that I mentioned in a graduation ceremony a couple of years ago was that professional associations are really beneficial as long as you participate in them. So you get out of your professional association what you put in, and me being involved actively in those member volunteer roles, as well as some other projects, has allowed me to really build my capability as a well-rounded professional.
Yeah, fantastic.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
No, thanks you. Thanks for coming in.